It's 2.
Well, you need to do it like the next, like...
Wait, I did it!
Let's go!
What? No way! You nailed that!
That was the
Let's
coolest
go!
thing ever. There are a few words that summarize people's experience with the Wilds beta, such as awesome, polygon, and what the fuck. Sometimes words don't really get the point across, so check out this montage. Yeah, I think I got your attention now. There's one meme out there that perfectly sums up what happened to people this week, and it's this one right here. I particularly like the reason in the middle. The Wilds beta really got the internet talking. I mean, some people are basically confessing their love to the franchise online, while others are shitposting. And both sides are right. But hey, don't take it from me. Let's hear what some of your favorite creators have to say about the Wilds beta.
Hey, it's 26 from Eric's Gaming, and if I had to choose 3 words to describe my time with Monster Hunter Wilds is, what a banger.
Alrighty, 3 words for the Rise beta. You're kind of making me squeeze here. I'm gonna say, world was demo.
In a single sentence, very exciting. And I never thought I would say this, I might just be a Gunlance main.
The hunting horn goes.
Hey guys, it's Paradise, and my friend Ark has asked me for 3 words to describe the Wilds beta. Very restrictive 3 words, but I'll try. I'm gonna go with weapons, guides, and hit stop. That's 1 word, right?
Describing the open beta test in 3 words. The first one that comes into my mind would be R2. Frustration, most definitely frustration. And the last one would be baby secret.
Now you might think that these guys were told to sum things up in a few words, but they weren't. Allegedly. The community has been pretty vocal about the good, the bad, and the funny, and I feel like I should also throw my 2 cents in as well. Allow me to emphasize the fact that Monster Hunter is one of my top gaming franchises of all time, right alongside the Dark Souls series, but since this is a feedback-focused video, I kinda have to focus on the things that I didn't like so much. And I say we start by addressing the elephant in the room. Wait, what the fuck? I'm of course talking about performance. I don't think I've ever heard the word performance overtake the word longsword when it comes to Monster Hunter criticism. As someone who played the first demo build all the way back in Gamescom, I gotta say that a lot of the performance slander has been blown way out of proportion. And if you don't believe that I was actually there at Gamescom, well, fuck you. Here's a picture of me and Ryozo. I just wanted an excuse to put that in the video. My brother in Christ, and that first build, 30 frames wasn't a standard. It was a luxury. Most textures didn't load, and the monsters were teleporting around like it was a Dragon Ball fight. This might be a hot take on my end, but I think that there's a bit of a misconception when it came to why the Wilds beta was out so soon. I don't think the focus of it was to see how well it would run on different PC specs, but more importantly, to stress test the servers. My main reason for thinking so is the fact that, number 1, an optimization of a video game usually occurs within the last 3 to 4 months before the game is actually released. Another reason as to why I think this is the case is that the open beta was permanently online. But that isn't to say that I don't think performance was a key highlight. I mean, we all wanted to know if our computers were going to explode. Now, I will say that my rig is a little bit above the recommended settings, but AAA launches nowadays ain't necessarily known for being stable, right? So I was relieved to see that upon recording and streaming the game on high settings, my computer didn't, you know. But even though I didn't witness those geometrical monstrosities firsthand, that doesn't mean I don't have my fair share of niggles. And yes, before you say anything, it's a real word and I'm not racist. Performance at base camp and Kunafa village was a bit ass. Radao's nest had my PC sounding like it was about to take off. And I'm still not very happy with the whole frame generation thing. But most of these complaints are actually things that I expected to come across in a beta build of the game. I could run the game pretty well in some pretty good settings, and I was also able to record and stream it likewise, so I was pretty happy. So while there are a couple things that need to be ironed out, the team has already addressed that the current build of the game is way better than the beta anyway, so I'm not really fussed about any of this. Again, I just get that extra thing of I saw what the game looked like when it first became available to the public versus now, and it has come a long way in just a few months. But it's about time I get honest and tell you what the real problem with the beta was, and no, it wasn't the fact that I wasn't allowed to marry Gemma right there and then. The monsters moved way too much. This is not me saying that the monsters were too fast or were dashing around too much. This is me saying that they would change areas all the time. It can't just be me, right? I mean, you guys tell me in the comments if I'm crazy, but I swear the monsters would get hit like once or twice, and sometimes they would leave right after. Hey, editing arc here. Apparently the issue that I'm complaining about here was not an issue to begin with. Yes, the monsters move between areas a lot in the Wilds demo, but apparently this is something that happens as a byproduct of forcing the environmental changes to happen faster, which also forces the monsters to shift between areas more rapidly. Yeah. Boy, do I feel stupid. But I got just a thing to distract you guys from my fuck-up, so you'll forget everything in 3, 2, 1. Even I forgot what we were talking about. With the nasty stuff out of the way, it's time to glaze. Because, oh my days, this has easily been the best beta I've ever played. And that ain't no honeymoon phase talking. I actually gave myself a bit longer than most people did between finishing the beta and uploading a video, precisely because I'm impulsive when it comes to these kinds of things. We had plenty of content to go through. We had like 4 different quests with 4 different monsters ranging from easy baby mode to holy shit! All the monsters felt pretty unique, and they allowed all players of all different skill groups to get acquainted with the new combat mechanics. In fact, pause. Let me just say this real quick. Offset attacks and power clashes are the best thing to ever happen to Monster Hunter. While focus mode, power clashes, and offsets have been awesome, what's really got my attention are the new weapon moves. A while back I made this video where I bitched about gun lengths needing some improvements, and Capcom just went, oh, you want some buffs, huh? Well, now you can move all your shelling, here's a kick-ass combo, here's a bunch of guard points, and fuck it, since Christmas is right around the corner, have a second Wyvern Fire. Greatsword's offset attack feels like a bare-knuckle uppercut to the jaw. Dual blades are literally Attack on Titan. The longsword got hyper armor at the beginning of Helmbreaker and hyper armor in the follow-up for Helmbreaker, which has range that can reach you in a different dimension. Seriously, what the fuck is this? There are just so many cool ways to hunt now. And there is also so much shit to do outside of hunting. Like, motherfucker, this is no longer Monster Hunter. This is Monster National Geographic. I spent so much time exploring the map and looking at the endemic life that I will not kidnap and put in my home. Allegedly. Seriously, if you took the time to explore the map outside of just doing the hunts, then you would have found a lot of cool shit, like hidden areas, possible nest locations, and even a whole village full of people. What? And they gave you cheese? And to think that there will be more locales that will basically have 3 different weather settings, it's just nuts. This isn't just Monster Hunter 6. It's Monster Hunter 6, 7, 8, possibly 9. This beta test really showed how much potential Wilds actually has, because I think that this could truly be the Monster Hunter game of all time. It combines elements from previous titles that I didn't think were going to be compatible. You know, like how in the 5th gen we had World that was a lot more atmospheric detailing, but less so combat variety. But then you have games like GU and Rise that felt like a sandbox where the combat became so ridiculously fun and diverse, but then it missed out on that living, breathing world feeling that the previous game had. Fuck, even for use, awesome narrative seems to be getting a new rival. So to sum it all up, performance was better, there were lots of new content to go through, the map was awesome. Let me marry her. Right now.